We have Matt, Catherine Cat Crawfield, Dykes.
Whoa, where's the zombie dog gone?
Since I had a cat in there, I don't want to leave the zombie dog out, because, cats and dogs famously don't get along. And since I found a cat for you that's a vampire, I was so excited I couldn't not use it.
Fair enough. So now I'm a zombie dog vampire cat.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea who Catherine Cat Crawfield is. She's from the Night Huntress series, which I'm not familiar with. So those of you Night Huntress fans out there you go. We also have Drew, John, not a vampire at all, Smith, Staton. Any Discworld fans? No? No? Okay, great.
I do not know Discworld.
Neither do I. Moving ever so quickly along, can you tell I found a big batch of vampire names that I don't understand at all? We have Joel Jane DeWitte.
I asked for this.
Everybody remember Jane from Twilight? Good old Jane?
I thought you were on about Jane from Firefly, the hero of Canton. But then I was like, he's not a vampire.
He's not a vampire, or that I would have used that one pretty immediately. I like that you threw in the hero of Canton as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I haven't watched that show in a while. I'm not sure if I should or not. Does it hold up? Has anybody watched it recently?
It absolutely holds up.
Okay.
It's Firefly.
Firefly was great. I remember that. I haven't gone back. Yeah, okay, so we're all here. Here we are. We had to take a week off last week. I apologize. Speaking here in the future before we took that week off feels a little weird to say. But I just don't have the time to cut these things quite like I used to. So as much as I'd love to be able to record and edit in the same day, it's just not possible for me anymore. So we had to miss a week. Sorry. But now we're back. And we're back with the 1-2 punch of Baron's Night Out, followed next week by The Trial. These episodes grouped together, fantastic, almost as if they were meant to be watched together. But we're still going to break it up in podcast form because that's what we do. Really quick around the table before we get started. What do you guys think of these two?
Amazing.
So good.
So good.
So good. Like, there's not a bad episode in the bunch so far, but this is peak what we do in the shadows. Like, this is an example of them knowing exactly what these characters are, what mold they fit in, and how they work together, and it's just melded together beautifully.
What I love about the Baron's Night Out one the most is the fact that they keep telegraphing the fact that Baron's going to die. The whole point of that is, he's going to die. They're going to kill him or something like that. And each time you think he's going to die, they sort of flip it to the point where at the end, like, oh, maybe he's not going to die. And then it's literally just the door opens and then he's just dead. Because like when he has the pizza, he even says, oh, the garlic's a bit. And then you just think, oh my God, he's going to die because of the garlic.
And just throwing it out there, in the very first episode of this show, when the Baron shows up, Nandor says, well, I don't want somebody throwing up at the door and having the Baron burst into flames or something. They call it out in the first episode. They tell you exactly how he's going to die.
Of a bitch. I completely missed it.
I don't even remember that line.
Yeah, when you go back to the first, I'm
either.
not quoting it 100%, but when you go back to that first episode, they tell you exactly how he's going to die.
God damn it.
Amazing.
God damn it.
Fuck, I love this show.
Fuck.
That's like
Fuck.
I mentioned it in the pilot, and I'm like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but they blatantly tell us what's going to happen to him.
That's incredible.
Was that everybody? We're all kind of on the same page of these two episodes are about as good as TV can get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so. It's hard pressed to find anything wrong with either of these episodes, nor also to find anything that compares to them. It's just, God, I'm trying to not.
You're left
jump
speechless.
ahead like we talked about. There's so many points I want to hit on, but they're all farther on. So we'll move through it.
We'll get there. So we're changing the gears a little bit at who, what, when, where, and why we do in the shadows. We're going to kind of treat this kind of like we did previous shows as Frisky Dingo. We're going to stop doing our breakdowns, and we're just going to start moving through the episodes. A little bit more structure here. We're going to see how well that works. Almost every time I've tried to bring structure to a podcast, it's failed miserably, but I'm going to try again.
Sorry.
What's the definition of insanity?
I'm taking the blame. I'll take the blame for that. Trying to bring structure around me, anything, just never works.
Part of the fun of podcasting is failure.
I mean, that's very true. That's scarily true. All right, so let's get started. This one picks up pretty quick, doesn't it? This one they're just kind of hanging out, and they're like, "All right, Baron wants to go out for the night."
Yeah, that Baron awakens from his slumber.
Yeah,
that bit where he awakes as well, and just Colin Robinson. Fucking hell, that line that Colin Robinson has is amazing.
Oh, there's a
It's
lot
like,
of dark
yeah,
energy up there. He's
yeah.
really angry. It seems to be pointing at you three.
I mean, I wrote it down. I didn't know if it was
Wouldn't wanna
anyone's
be you
favorite
guys.
line, so I didn't want to stuff on it. Is it anyone's favorite moment? Because I can read the quote. Right, I'll go with the quote then. So he goes, "Oh, he is awake. All right, I can feel his energy. It's very dark and angry, and I think it's pointed at you guys. Hate to be you guys."
Colin Robinson continues to be like a highlight of the show, and the funny thing is, starting out the first episode, he is sort of treated like the pariah, and you think it's just because he's an energy vampire, not like the other vampires, and then you find out like he is really a prick to all of them.
Oh, he's
like
awful.
deliberately, he jumps in and needles them hard, and it's just like no wonder like there's animosity between these groups.
He seems to be having a bit more fun as well. Like there seems to be more sense of fun with him in the last few episodes. Like he's having fun being this prick, and he's enjoying it, and you can see there's more joy when he's being that way.
Well, when he's being that way, he's eating as well, so he's just having a grand old time. All right, so let's move into the actual the Baron's awake. They go upstairs to see him, and and really the episode doesn't stop from that moment on. I don't think. I don't think this episode really ever slows down. I think it kind of sprints the whole way through in a good way. Kind of reminds me of our Frisky Dingo days of like, holy shit, you have to keep up with this one. But particularly, I love the way that he always has this grand entrance, even though they all know he's there, and he always eats somebody the second he comes out of his coffin. And this time, just with the immediately go after the sound recordist, or I think it's the boom operator. He eats the boom operator. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That was not cool. We shouldn't have. We'll protect you though." How?
I love as well the sound keeps cutting out.
How?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They always have such great focus on the little details. Matt, you nailed it. Like the sound fading in and out, you can tell like it's not the boom mic. It's some sort of clip-on recorder thing they're relying on, and as they're walking down the steps away from the attic.
I had to go back a couple of times to make sure that it wasn't just my internet cutting out. I was like, God damn it, are they doing this on purpose? They are, aren't they? They are. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's the same each time. I went back twice, so I listened to it 3 times just to make sure. I was like, God, perfect.
And they're always doing that thing of trying to toe that line between being friendly and not offending them too. Because Nandor pisses him off something by the way he looks. Right, he's commenting about it'd be hard to have him go out, and the first thing they mention after that is just would you like to TV?
Yeah.
Oh god, there's the idea of going back to when the sound recorder is cut out though. Is when they come down the stairs and you hear that sound sort of cutting out, fading in, and everything like that, and then the little conversation where with Laszlo is we'll make sure to look after you people, and Nadja's just and how are we going to do that? And it's just the way that Laszlo pulls his face as he goes, I don't know. It's he just shrugs his shoulders and hands, I don't know.
It's just one of those holy shit, Laszlo just lies all the time.
All the time.
Laszlo,
did you set the trap? Nope, had nothing to do with me.
Oh, I fucking love Laszlo. So after they decide to actually go out in the town and they're gonna go have a great time, they all get changed into I love their whole you need to blend in like we are right now. They're still not totally blending in at all.
Oh yeah.
No, it's still very almost Shakespearean kind of. So it's just a muted black color instead of the sort of gaudy red and white polka dotted and frilly neck
with 2 ruffs.
Yes.
Which where we're from, 2 rough says you're up for anything.
and then Colin again with this great little interlude of like they're asking if he has any clothing. And he's just like, yeah, are you a jeans and t-shirt guy? I got some corduroys maybe.
Probably not shorts.
Not shorts.
I love the bit where it goes, "What size are you?" And the Baron just goes, "This size."
Like, just for a brief aside, like I've always been a fan of Doug Jones, mostly because of like his physical acting. Like, you know, like most Guillermo del Toro movies, like he's just so good. You kind of forget how good of an actor he actually is. Like, he's so goddamn funny throughout this entire episode. But
Yeah,
even things like that, just the whole like I'm this size.
You used to see Doug Jones as well in dramatic roles or horror roles. Not sort of like, you know, he's the last person you would probably think of when you think of comedy, but he does it so well. I mean, he's an incredibly versatile actor that he's able to not only do like really, really scary roles, really dramatic roles, but also really, really funny at the same time as well. Like, you know, just because the Baron is quite a horrific character as well, but he's so fucking funny at the same time as well.
I think what makes it work. I think what makes it work is affect and then delivery, right? Because he is still playing that sort of classical character, but then he has these expressions that work perfectly, and then he still uses that tone in the threatening means that still cuts through everything.
Yeah.
And, like, for example, I know I'm the first one to break the rule of jumping ahead, but like that scene where they talk about like, well, you know, I don't know why I kill. It's just a thing I do now. I was actually thinking about killing all of you tonight. And when they flip it on, like, we're thinking about killing you too. The way he commands that entire scene is one of the funniest things in this entire show. Like, they let that moment sit for so long. Just like,
exactly.
Yeah, it's just a look on his face, and you think, oh shit. Like,
I fucked up.
I mean, like, genuinely, like, I did not see the actual turn. Because, like, it's an obvious thing that he's going to start laughing, but they left it so long that I was thinking, he's not going to start laughing. And it is this cold look on his face as well.
And, like, the music hit is perfect. It's just...
Oh, yeah, it's so well done. And then, like, of course, when he does that turn, and he is just messing with them, it impacts so much more and makes it so much funnier because of how long they left it.
And I love that his response isn't something like oh, that's okay. It's I'm proud of you. Like, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, Doug Jones. Yeah, I mean, like to be able to. I mean, if you think about it, like I've always admired him for the fact that, I mean, it's like being. Seems like I'm dumbing it down a lot, but it's like being in a mascot costume. Like, all the roles that he does, like, he can't, a lot of them, like, he can't emote, or sorry, a lot of them he has to emote more than you normally would, because he's covered in prosthetics and shit. Like, his timing has never been not perfect. Like, just thinking back, like, when he's from, like, fucking Hellboy, like, Abe is such a funny character in a lot of moments because he's playing off of Hellboy, and like his timing in all the delivery for all of that is perfect, and the Baron is no deviation from that, no exemption from that rule. It's just, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
All right, so let's dial it back a little bit. We'll go back to like when they're first leaving the house now. We'll get into their going out in their town, and like even that is funny. Like they all bat form up and they go out to the town, and they're like, wait, where's the Baron? And they cut to the Baron.
Hang on. Even before that, like when Colin Robinson is going like over what he could give him, and he just looks at Nandor and he's like, he's not coming with us, is he? Like, God damn it. It's like no one is safe from Colin Robinson. Not even like the fucking Methuselah they have living in the attic. It's
My
so funny to
thing
me.
of that whole thing is when Nando goes, I will take care of it. And the Baron's like, okay, but don't make a big thing of it.
Don't make a big thing out of it.
It's funny. So good. But anyway, so they're flying into town, and they cut to the Baron's bat, and it's this huge fucking beast.
Yeah, fucking monstrosity of a dire bat flying in, and then he just lands with I am here. Like, perfect entrance, as always. And he's wearing a fucking Jersey Devils.
With like the first guy they meet, the Devils suck. We are vampires.
Yeah,
like,
Devils
we're not
suck.
Devils.
I love Nadja's line there, though. It's like, he's literally going around telling everyone, nice to meet you, I am vampire. And there's only so many times you can say that he's joking. Because look at his face.
There are parallels in this to the movie. I forget the young kid's name, but like it's the same kind of idea. That, okay, we're running around being very flippant about being vampires, except it's just like they're out of touch in different ways. One, because he's a new vampire.
Oh, yeah.
But in this one, it's because just like he's so out of touch with present day that he doesn't understand.
You know, I never even thought of it like that, but you are absolutely spot on there. It's the tropes, well, the sort of like the beats from the film are always flipped
Nick.
to like the werewolves. Yeah, Nick. So like the werewolves in the film were very standoffish and not engaging, whereas the werewolves in the series are the ones that engage the sort of hostility. And in this one where they're out on the town, and it was in the film it was the young guy who was going around telling everyone he was a vampire, and then in the series, it's like the oldest vampire going around telling him that he's a vampire. And I never thought of it like that. But it's another one of the elements from the film that's just flipped.
Yeah. But you even go one step further with it. Their night out is what leads to the old school, like, classic vampire getting killed. Like, it even follows that trope. Because if they never did the night out in the movie, the vampire hunter would never found him. Then did the night out in this and get all fucked up on drug blood, then he would have been standing in the doorway when Guillermo opened the door.
When the vampire hunter found him.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Another parallel that I'll just point out since we're talking about the movie, this episode and the animal one, the last one we did, were both directed by Jackie Van Beek, who played Jackie in the movie. Nandor, or
that's
not
funny.
Nandor's.
Oh, really?
Dude's familiar.
Oh, that's funny.
Deacon.
Deacon's familiar?
Deacon, yes. Yeah, Deacon's familiar. She directed this episode and the last one. Animal Control.
That's hilarious. She's quite good at this.
Right?
So let's move a little bit more through the night. So like as they initially are a little kind of like this kind of sucks going out with him. They get him into an alleyway at one point after he drinks a drunk guy and he's drunk, like maybe we should stake him here. Oh, that didn't work out. And then slowly but surely Baroness effectively gets them to start drinking with him. Like they go do shots in the bathroom, and shots are basically just murdering a drunk man.
This shot's like just the way that Nadja just goes, "We're doing shots, I guess." As the door
shots, I guess.
And it's like a reverse keg stand too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nandor is like, just give us a minute, and just closes the door on him.
But from that moment on, they're out actually having fun. Like they go and start having a really good time with the Baron. They have some heart-to-heart moments with him. He shows them, he tells the story of his name and how it's not actually because he's a Baron. It's because he can't have kids.
Yeah.
It's an insult. And I love he takes his pants off in the restaurant. It's just Laszlo's line immediately. There it isn't.
Yeah.
He has no genitalia, and so and they even show a painting of him without pants on to show his Ken doll aesthetic.
One of the
there's
things
a line earlier on which I didn't write it down, Rack, but basically where Laszlo's like, he's a bit of a prick, which is ironic because he doesn't have one.
Because he doesn't have one, right?
God. But like, I enjoy them getting along with him. Like, it kind of took this whole, like, this, like, doom and gloom that's been over the whole season so far of, like, they need to deal with the Baron. And it goes back to this, like, oh, this is why they actually liked hanging out with the Baron. Like, it's kind of cool seeing that. Like, even knowing where the episode's going, it still is kind of fun. Like, oh, these are actual characters who had a life together. Like, that real world building is actually, I really appreciate it, and especially in something as goofball nonsense as this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually, like, it makes you wonder, had he not burst into flames at the end of his, what the next episode would have been like. Like, what shenanigans would they have gotten into had he stayed alive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of stuff they do on this one night as well. So they just go to like a few bars, and then they end up in a freaking rave, like a drug rave as well. It's just
the Baron tries pizza.
What would the
yeah?
Oh my god!
Baron tries pizza.
Oh my god!
I want to partake of the pizza.
Of the pizza pie.
All right, so we just got to talk about that moment because it's so fucking good. So it's after they've all kind of like
it's next.
Cleared. Yeah, they've cleared the air. That scene that we talked about earlier, where they admit they're going to try to kill the Baron. Cleared the air. Everything's fine. They're like, all right, let's actually like tick some things off our bucket list. Not that we have them because we're vampires, but you know what I mean. And he's like, I've always wanted to try the pizza pie, and just. They're out there. They're telling him it's a bad idea. He takes one bite. He's like, the garlic kind of burns. And then he pukes so much.
The garlic burns a little bit, but...
And this is where,
and then he fires off like a goddamn balloon, losing air.
And I love that they have the one cut to the guy who's like behind the exit door to his job, and he's like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm gonna go back inside. Like, there's so many random cuts to civilians in this episode, blatantly seeing what they're doing, and they don't mention it at all, but it cracks me up every time.
And it's very ancillary, but Baron's familiar popping up every time, and there's this nice little like violent shriek happening every time she shows up, and she's just sort of standing there in a building, looking down as the Baron makes an ass of himself.
But I love just him being propelled around by his vomit, going everywhere, crash lands on the ground. Everyone's like, oh shit, did we kill him? And just the way his eyes pop open with that violin hit, and then just totally worth it.
Yeah.
What's next?
I mean, like, Drew, you nailed it though. It's literally like a balloon going off. Like,
just
the
whoosh,
way he
whoosh,
flies
whoosh.
around.
Then he hits the wall and then slam dunks himself into the
dumpster.
The fucking dumpster, yeah.
Oh,
and then I can't remember how he actually ends up on the ground, but I think he flies out of it again.
He flies out of the dumpster.
Yeah.
He's not done yet.
Oh god.
This show does a great thing too of they all become commentators when something crazy is happening. So like they're talking about the play-by-play of what's happening and reacting to it as he is flying around in the air like a damn fire hose.
Which is perfect for their characters because like you actually see, because of the commentary, it's like, oh, we don't actually give a shit. We're just watching it. Oh, that must have hurt. Yeah. Oh, that's not going to be good. It's like, boom. All right, fuck, we better check on him. Like, it's like they're not actually concerned. It's just like, well, here we go again.
Yeah, there he goes. He'll land at some point.
Just the noise he makes when he lands as well. It's that sort of like, almost like wet noise almost.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so from there, they go to their rave where they start just eating everybody they possibly can. Because they're at a rave, no one's paying attention, and they get all fucked up on drug blood. They did drugs. They drank the blood of people who've done drugs, therefore they've done drug blood.
Yeah.
We have done drug blood.
The rest of the episode is just fun. Nadia, her drunk face kills me. It just kills me. But like the rest of the episode is just them having fun. Like, they're just cutting loose, having a good time. It's kind of nice.
The karaoke bar.
The karaoke bar.
The karaoke bar, so good. And then after they're done singing the first song, Nadja goes up there and the music goes on. She starts singing, like, God knows what.
We'll do it a cappella.
Do you think they have the girl with one small foot? Screw it, I'll sing it a cappella. And I love that Laszlo knows all the words. He's singing along with her.
Yeah.
And the Baron is just over it, and he uses his booming voice like, I said it's time to go. Like, And Nandor, God bless him, is being the responsible and is like, we should probably leave soon because sun is coming up. We have to go. But he's still like just kind of hanging out in the buzz that they're all doing. He's like, this is great, but we gotta go back. It's almost sun up.
So they go back. They go upstairs to where we've seen all like the holes in the ceilings and whatnot throughout the episode so far. And the Baron is just being a fucking goofball. Like he's doing a limbo around sunlight. And they're like, no, Baron, Get in your coffin. Go to coffin, Baron. Go to coffin. He's just like, oh, look at me. I love he even burns his hand a little bit.
Yeah.
And inside of that, like the roles switch because Laszlo is like, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like, he's the concerned friend. It's like, no, we got to stop this now. It's things are serious. Like he's starting to sober up.
Yeah, just a little, just enough to know, like,
get in
this
the
isn't a
coffin.
good
Like,
idea.
you're being an idiot. Stop that. It's the same as like, give me your keys. You can't drive. I'm gonna drive. You're as fucked up as me. Shut up. Give me your keys. Like, it's that. He's starting to take on that role.
And just a hair too late.
I just love it when he falls down the stairs and he's like, "Oh, it's a good job I didn't land on these wooden stairs."
Yeah, the spikes from the newel posts.
And then the door opens.
And then the door opens.
We didn't mention earlier, but the fact that he's holding 2 bouquets of roses after Nandor sort of needled him to get them.
Right?
It's just a good closed loop moment too.
Oh god, because of the way that Nandor described them as well. They red and green, and they ran with hoses.
Noses?
Noses? You smell them.
Roses. Yes, that's.
It takes me back to the opening in the first episode when they're in the store as well, and he's got like the creepy paper, and, like when they're doing all that stuff.
Going back, I know we're going out of order again, but when they're at the convenience store and Baron picks up the stress relief ball, and then Laszlo just like walk out with it.
The bit in the where he's there going slave.
Yeah, to the word
Food.
And the guy around the counter just looking at him like, what the fuck?
He was just told he was a slave. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
All right, we've essentially hit the end of the episode. Should we go through our favorite moments?
Well, I just want to point out the payoff for that scene because of that little squeaker toy. Like, after he's dead, like, they're like, what happened? And then Guillermo is hiding in the bushes, squeaking the stress relief thing. Like, oh, God.
Shaking in horror.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good.
For some reason I thought that was in the next episode, or I would have mentioned it here. But I thought that was the opening of the next. But now that I'm remembering the opening of the next, nope. It's a good moment. The opening of the next is fucking great. But we'll get to that next week. All right, let's hit our favorite moments. I'm gonna go first, even though I'm gonna butcher the line because I didn't write it down and I'm dumb for that. But it's after they've cleared all the air and everything's fine. And the Baron says, "You know what I've always wanted to do?" And Laszlo hits him immediately with copophilia. Like, no, pizza pie. I've always wanted to try. And just the dead stop. Wait, copophilia, and then the scene just cuts. It's just like, I don't think I've laughed harder at anything in the show except for that, because it felt like one of those improv lines that Doug Jones just was like right there with. I never verified that, but it felt like improv to me, where it's just like, I'm gonna move on with my line like I'm supposed to, and what the fuck did you just say? It's like one of those just unbelievably funny moments.
Yeah, I learned new vocabulary after watching this episode.
Yeah, I had to Google that, and I kind of wish I hadn't.
I'm right there with you.
You knew it existed. You just didn't know the word for it.
Yes. I never heard that
think about
phrasing.
it, though.
Just the fact that Laszlo hits him with it so fast. You know what I've always wanted to try? Boom! It's like
Copophilia. No, pizza pie.
Now, do you think that's because Laszlo thinks that's what he'd want, or is it because it's what Laszlo wants and he's just projecting it on him?
I think Laszlo only speaks in what Laszlo wants.
Yeah.
All right, that was me. Who's next?
I mean, I'll go. You actually already said it's a toss-up between two for me. No, there it isn't. Like, just off the cuff, so quick, without missing a beat. Goddamn Matt Berry, just home run. And then it's either a toss-up between that or after they do the drug blood. We drank the blood of some people, but the people were on drugs, and now I am a wizard. And he puts on a fucking road cone as a hat. Like,
It's the way he says it. And I'm a wizard.
I know.
So fucking good.
I'll go next. So there's that pivotal moment where Baron is like pretending to be angry when they mention that they're thought about killing them, and they're stammering the whole time trying to like explain themselves and how it was a joke and they were kidding, and Laszlo says something like, and we tipped upstream the idea of killing you. and the Baron just pauses. You tipped upstream the idea of killing me?
When you have phrases like that thrown back at you, it's always so embarrassing, and to see it happen to somebody else, it's amazing.
Yes.
The entrance into that conversation from the Baron is, I beg your pardon. Like, it's just like, oh, we fucked up.
It's so good.
And I love that it's always fucking Nandor's fault. Like, he's always the one to spill the beans on everything. Like, he just can't handle any pressure
He's
on
a terrible liar.
So when
He's not a good
first
speaker.
starts
That's
saying
probably
it,
why he killed everybody in his actual
Yeah.
life.
it's when he
Like,
first
what you
starts
just
saying
said is dumb. Dead.
When he first starts saying it, and you sat there and you're thinking, oh god, no, don't say it, Nandor. Don't say it, don't say it. Oh, he said it.
I mean, we have that exact moment next week when when they have to go to the first version, what they think is the trial. Like, he spills it immediately.
Yeah.
All right, was that everybody? Did we skip anybody?
Me.
All right, so we're good. All right, moving on.
That-
All right, go ahead, Matt.
Fine. I don't. Well, my favourite moment is just the pizza, where he's just been
Yeah.
projectile, like, just thrown around. It's so fucking funny. But my favourite quote is where they're getting ready, and Nando just says to, he's like, you wouldn't happen to have any human-type clothes to lend the Baron? And Colin Robinson says, yeah, I could scrounge something up. What size are you? And the Baron's just like, this size? And Colin Robinson says, well, what vibe are you going for? Jeans, t-shirt? Are you a jeans and t-shirt type of guy? Probably not shorts. Maybe some cords, some whale cords. And then the Baron's just like, he's not coming along, is he? And Nando's just like, I will take care of it. And then the Baron just responds, oh, okay, but don't make a big thing out of it.
I'm now looking
That
at
whole exchange is fucking brilliant.
I had no idea what whale cords are, and I'm looking them up now, and it's like, oh, they're just corduroy pants. I had no idea.
I had no idea. I just assumed it was just this, just like cord trousers.
Well, these pants are very ugly. And I'm not even say what pants I'm looking at. Just know that I looked at ugly pants when we talked about the whale cords.
I mean, they're cords. They're not going to be the best looking trousers anyway.
No, but these might be the worst. They're kind of like if a guy wanted to do a Christmas version of Harley Quinn, but also had to go to a business meeting. And that's all the description I'm going to get you. I'll send a photo to the guys on this show, but to the rest of the people out there listening, you'll have to piece that together yourself. All right, I think that's everything we have here. Are we ready to move into some plugs and say goodbye?
Sure.
That sounds like a rip-roaring yes. So over at Behind the Hype, we're doing a month on Richard Donner because he passed away, which is very sad, but he made some really great movies, which is really great. In fact, this evening, we're recording the first episode of that on The Omen, which I have not watched in a very long time, and I rewatched the other night.
Wow.
And I still had the exact same feeling about it that I did back then. You have to listen to Behind the Hype to see what that feeling was. And then I think next month is September. Yeah, next month will be Bette Midler month, which will be a lot of fun for that too. So be sure to check out Behind the Hype, where we're doing all sorts of crazy things. Because when we get to October, and I'll stop this plug, we're doing what I'm very excited for, which is famous horror directors, not famous horror movies. So we're doing horror movie directors B-sides. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna pull out like some John Carpenter nonsense, maybe Ghost to Mars. Who knows? It's gonna be a lot of fun. Drew, what's going on over at Demon Days?
Same shit, same channel. A bunch of tieflings trying to find their place in a possibly close to an apocalypse world. They're all thirsty. They're all hungry. They are trying to get along, and hilarity ensues. So come check that out. Demon Days with a Z, and then you can find me over on my Twitch channel at Strength 24, and I stream usually Thursdays and random spots inside the week.
Cool.
Joel,
sorry.
I have to tell you guys this. Last week, I was able to be on set for Taika's new show for 3 days.
Ooh,
and
nice.
I am stupid excited to watch it because y'all know him, you all love him. He's one of the characters from the original What We Do in the Shadows movie. Our buddy Reese, the werewolf or the werewolf leader of the pack, is the lead of this show, and he's hilarious.
Oh, so you're working on my favorite show of all time. I didn't know it was even being made, but it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi and Reese Darby. I'm sold. I don't even know what it's about. I'm sold.
It can be about
It's
doing
about-
taxes, and I'm sold.
Yeah. Next
It's
season
about
of Binge World
pirates.
is sorted then.
It's about pirates.
Of course it is. I'm sold. You could have told me it was about anything, and I'm in.
So if you look at the blurb on IMDb, the year is 1717. Wealthy landowner Steed Bonnet has a midlife crisis and decides to blow up his cushy life to become a pirate. It does not go well. Based on a true story. Reese Darby plays Steed.
That's fucking incredible.
I'm so excited for it. It was so much fun to be on set. I can't wait to watch it.
That sounds
It's gonna
incredible.
be great. But anyway, that's all I got.
Perfect. Joel, are we doing afterthoughts or
Super GG Radio. We focus on mostly indie games and stuff. I won't delve into that further other than a game recommendation. If you play games, try Death's Door. It's a game that just came out. It is, if you like beautiful music, very lush, colorful environments, and Zelda-like gameplay with a very cryptic story, then it'll be your jam.
Cool. Matt, anything to plug?
Old articles, they're still there. Read
Cool.
them, they're good.
All right, that works for me.
Solid.
Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. Be sure to tune in next week when all the nonsense of this episode gets resolved in the trial. I'm not going to spoil a fucking thing from that episode. If you are unfamiliar with it, you got to watch it first. Holy shit! I'll leave it at that.